Most aftermarket intakes are just this size, but today, oh wait, there's more. Today, we're not installing most aftermarket intakes. We're installing the largest carbon fiber intake I've ever seen for Audi's new 4-liter motor, SQ8, SQ7, RSQ8, Urus, Cayenne, all that fun stuff. Let's get it open. So if you guys don't know Integrated Engineering, I've been working with them for many years now, since I bought my S4 in 2017, basically. And I'm honored that they chose me as the demo installer for this giant intake. There hasn't been too much SQ8 content on the channel, even though it has been integrated tuned, because I've been waiting to get to the drag strip with the car to finish the tune video. The tune video is coming. Know that the SQ8 is tuned with Integrated Engineering Stage 1, but this should be the biggest piece of carbon I think I've ever seen. This is the lid to the intake, if I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken. This is the filter. Have you guys ever seen a filter like this? This should be the carbon fiber piece. There is no way. This thing is huge. Look at this. Oh my God. This is the biggest piece of carbon fiber that's not like a body panel that I've ever seen in my life. Now, believe it or not, there's another piece of carbon in here. These are my homies, Pete and Dave. They're the founders of the company. Okay, little swag box, as always, much appreciated. The world's giantest hose clamp and some little hose clamps and some bolts. We'll put those somewhere that I can't lose them. How about right here? And then, we have this guy, which is, how the French say it, the piece de resistance? I don't know, I speak Spanish, kind of, not really. Look at this thing, with the inlets already on it. Dude. So this is gonna be from the turbos into the intake. It's gonna be carbon everywhere, like literally everywhere. A lot of the times with carbon fiber intakes, you have to be really careful with how you clamp stuff down. So we're still obviously gonna be careful with this one, but this is really thick, like strong carbon, which is nice to see. And you get a little bit of flexibility out of the rubber here on the turbo inlets. So that will be nice for when you have to do an oil change, because you have to pull this back to get the thing out. So, wow, I could not be more fired up about this. Ooh, things are nice and hot in here. This is gonna be fun. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You can understand the logic here, right? This piece literally replaces this one. So now our whole engine bay is gonna be carbon fiber instead of this plastic thing. And the reason that it's that way is because this is just, oh, forgot. It's tabs to undo. Oopsies. Are there tabs at the back? I don't think so. Oh, it just comes off. Yeah, this whole thing is one big intake box. So this is the size of the factory filter. Here's the replacement filter on top. You can see that the factory filter is also kind of comically big. All of this, including this bar, has to come out just to do an oil change to get to the oil filter. We're in here with a T25. Another T25. And then the filter just pops right out. 2 more T25s. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this guy should just, oh, we have to disconnect the oil. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the oil neck is disconnected now. Pop right up, this guy pops out. This is the trick to oil change, by the way. Instead of undoing that, you just pull this back, and then you disconnect this guy at the front. It should come right out. And see the 2 little mounting points at the back? Those go into these things back here. Your mileage may vary. The integrated install, by the way, there's a thing on the back of this that you just push down and pull up. You just want to make sure it goes back in the right spot so you have full play, but Your mileage may vary. The integrated install says 11 push pins. I only see 5 on the SQ8. If you're doing this on your Urus, you probably have bolts made out of, I don't know, titanium holding this down or something. I've never actually been in here before. Now, all of this has been taken apart because I had the oil cooler go under warranty. Wow, this all comes out as one piece. It even has these guys attached to it. Interesting, okay. When I took this off for the oil change, I missed this front one. There's a front T30 here, right? There's a top one here, obviously. And then there's also another one here. And it's the same thing on the other side, really straightforward. Okay, they are not the same bolt. So the 2 long ones go in the top, the short one goes in the front, just as a reminder down the road. On some cars, there is a yellow clip, I believe it's an airbag sensor that's clipped onto the bar. On the SQ8, it's not there. All right, so this bar is out. All right, so the hose clamps are inside here. All right, now I take this one out. And we have our factory split inlet thingamajig. We're gonna remove the clip that holds this onto the turbos. It just pops up right there. The vacuum line is loose. Now I'm gonna go down in here. See the hose clamps down in there? We're gonna undo those and then we'll be able to disconnect those PCV lines down here. So PCV line down here, hose clamp right there, and there's another one on this side. If you have not bought yourself some variation of this tool, which is the round thing on this side and the clamp capture on that side, and it clicks together, you should buy this. They're very inexpensive on Amazon. Not that I'm saying you should buy tools from Amazon, but if the shoe fits, you know? So we'll loosen this hose clamp back. This line should come off now because it was just recently off. We'll deal with that in a second. Back that hose clamp off the bar, put it in the middle of the hose, and we're in business. This is a very hard part of the install to film. 1 hose clamp off, 2 off. All right, now we just gotta get the PCV connection off. And because this inlet is broken, it just came out. So that's cool. I'll be able to get the PCV hose off at least. Okay. All right. So everything's loose there. Now we gotta get to the 3 bolts holding the inlet onto the turbo. For the bottom one, I'm going by hand. I'm using this dual action driver from Grip Edge Tools. Very small, nice gentle reach in there. And we should be able to get down in here no problem. It is a T30, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's a T30, okay. There we go. All right, we got some grip on there, no pun intended. Now it'll come out by hand, but I don't want to drop it. I'll grab a magnet. If Audi was smart, they would make these bolts captive, but I don't know if they did that. So let's test the top one and see if it is captive. They are captive, wow, okay. So that's cool. Okay, 1 inlet out, and you can see this one's broken. So I'm gonna have to buy another one of these if I ever go back to stock. So I found a video on YouTube. I do have to take this connector off, and I think I can do it with picks. But I don't know for sure. Basically, from what I saw, there's like 2 little tiny connectors in here that I gotta push backwards. There's one down here. And one like right here. Okay. There we go. I don't know what I just did. I think I just pushed back on this edge and it came off. But that's a beautiful thing. I'll take that. Okay, 2 out. The 3rd guy is all the way down here. All right. Now, we should be able, yep, perfect. Okay, that guy comes right out. So it looks like for these new inlets, we're swapping to a 5mm hex. You wanna make sure you have the gasket in there. And then these guys just plop right up there. Again, make sure the gasket is actually in there. And then this, ouch, that's very hot. I come in here by hand to just make sure these are tight. So looks like everything is good here. We're gonna come in and install our inlet hoses. I think these are the same way both ways, so it doesn't really matter. But we wanna make sure we can access Maybe it has to go this way, because there's stuff in the way on that side. Just want to make sure. No, because it's going to hit the oil filter. All right, let's go this way. That's fine with me. We'll go over the top like that. That's fine. It says to install these guys first and then stick them on the inlets. I'm wondering if I can do that the other way around. Oh, I see. It's not going to clear that way. And there's not a ton of room. All right, we'll do it the other way. So this one's going to come down in here, connect to this. And then the barb onto here. That's okay. Now we're gonna slide our big dog back down in there. We're gonna be tight for space here, boys and girls. Yeah, this was the way to do it. Don't do it the other way. Put the hoses on first, then put them on the inlet. I really should just be using a ratchet for this. I don't know why I'm using a screwdriver. Bring this guy down here. Click it on. It goes this way, where there's a lot more room to slide underneath the intake. Make sure it lines up in the back. Aha. See, there's these little grommets that it sits on. Forgot about those guys. Okay. I'm such an idiot. Just swap this. Takes so much less time. Okay, now we go back. We're getting there. Nice. All right. The coolest part of all of this is we're maintaining the factory airflow because these guys still fit in there. All right, that's taken care of. This is probably the most exciting part. Oh, we have to clip the oil fill back in place. Easy. How are we going to fit here? Okay. Are there little... Oh, there are little poppy things in the back. So we pop this down. We clip the front on. And we have one new carbon fiber intake on my Audi SQ8. All right, one more with the hood shut this time for fair comparison. All right, well, there you have it. The intake is officially installed, and honestly, the sound clips were harder than expected to get, mostly because the SQ8 exhaust is so loud from the factory that I had a couple flybys that you didn't even hear the intake. All you heard was the exhaust. So did my best to capture the sound, but my description of it is you can kind of hear the turbos when the car is stock. You can definitely hear the turbos now. It is not the loudest in-your-face intake on the market, but when you get these things to full sing and then you let off, you get a nice psh that you did not have at all before. As far as the install goes, I actually don't think it's that complicated of an install. Really, the hard parts are disconnecting the PCV lines, which is true in any install because those lines are very difficult in general. And then actually finagling, once you have that big carbon piece down in there, finagling the hoses onto that carbon piece. But both of those are very doable. If you're thinking about tackling this project yourself, I would say go for it. What's the worst that happens? You put the whole stock thing back together and bring it to a shop. But there really weren't too many steps that were challenging. There's some tight areas to get into, but I have the utmost confidence that you can do it. So let's talk about the actual intake and the benefits of it. The main one, of course, is that giant air filter inside. If you look at competitors' intakes on the market, number one, they don't have that beautiful carbon fiber lid. That's a problem. But two, they aren't doing a giant filter like this one, which means that, you know, if you put hybrid turbos on or something bigger, there is potential to restrict airflow. I'm not a scientist. What I do know is that Integrated says there is 185% increase in surface area on their filter versus the standard style filter. The other benefit to this, like I said, is you don't have to buy other turbo inlets. The inlets come with the kit, which is very important because if you're spending this kind of money, you don't want to then have to go buy little individual pieces here and there. Nice to make a one-stop shop here. The final thing that I'll say is while this is a higher priced intake on the market, it is a complete engine bay like changer, for lack of a better term. That carbon fiber lid, when you pop the hood, is just straight up in your face and looks awesome. It looks classy. It's kind of like on the RS5, when people have that really expensive carbon fiber engine cover. It just completely changes the look of the engine bay. And I can see a world where, you know, you pop the hood or you just crack it a little bit, people look in there and see all that carbon fiber, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's sick. In my eyes, this is the only complete package on the market right now that also does the lid of the box and actually pretties up the engine bay. Otherwise, you just have that little like turn up piece in carbon from some of the competitors. I just don't think that looks as good. If you're looking to buy one of these, there is a link in the description with a potentially, depending on the time of year, code to use to save a little bit of money. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully, if you've bought one of these, you're already gone ahead and installed it thanks to the help of this video. And if you're thinking about it, hopefully this is a decision maker or changer or aider for you. Anyway, I'm Eli from IgnitionTube. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video.